Welcome to Monday Mukbang. My name's John.
Nick.
And I'm Jessica. We just had a little spill while doing the thumbnail, so we're gonna clean that up a little bit. We just got a little bit of...
Just put it down and let it see. Yeah. Just put it down and let it soak.
Just got a little bit of water off of the plate, so...
Our noodles, our zoodles as it were, have gone awry. They tried to escape.
So today for our dinner, yes, one second. Today for our dinner we're having a quote-unquote pasta. We have two different types of veggie pastas here today, and true veggie, like just spiralized vegetables. I am eating zucchini noodles.
I am eating butternut squash noodles.
And Nicholas has a little bit of both. And we have a little bit of zucchini noodles still in here. Neil is off camera. He's gonna eat after we're done. He just didn't feel like being part of the mukbang tonight. So, and this is our dinner. So we are eating our dinner tonight as a mukbang. So.
We're also finishing up our BioLife cheese because it's very good and it's gonna add, I think it's gonna add to, it's gonna help me butternut squash noodles because I don't know how good these are gonna taste. I've never had butternut squash noodles. I've had butternut squash soup.
This is only our second time having zucchini noodles, and this is the first time we're eating butternut squash noodles. So, Buttercup, get down, please. Please get down. Get down. Get down. Thank you. So, we're eating dinner tonight. We're actually filming this on the first day of school. And I think last week's mukbang, we said we were gonna film this the next day, but we actually filmed it 2 days later. So here we are, a couple days after our last mukbang, we're filming this mukbang. But we ran into some problems. We're having some issues with our refrigerator. We have a side-by-side.
Right.
And I actually had Neil pick up these zucchini noodles, the butternut squash noodles we actually had in the freezer because we had bought those, I think before we went on vacation, like a month and a half ago. And we didn't get to eat them before we went on vacation, so we put them in the freezer. So the zucchini noodles were in the fridge, and I went in the fridge this morning to double check them, and they were frozen solid.
Right.
So we've just been having some issues where our refrigerator is getting too cold. Now I don't know if it's because it's too full, like we have too much food in it right now, because we've been doing a lot more of eating at home, a lot more cooking at home rather than going out to eat, which is what we were really doing prior to our vacation. We've been doing a lot more of eating at home lately.
We have.
So we have a lot more food in the refrigerator. But John already adjusted that once, didn't you?
I did turn it down. You want a little bit more?
But for some reason, if the food is sitting right up against the wall of the refrigerator that's beside the freezer, it's freezing. So the zucchini noodles were frozen too, right?
Oh yeah.
I even moved them away from the wall of the fridge. Like I moved them more towards the center of the fridge. But both of these were actually frozen when John started. So I'm not sure how good they're gonna taste. I don't know how. I mean, I've never had butternut squash. How does a butternut squash taste?
It tastes like butternut squash. I mean, it's very sweet.
Yeah.
It's not. I mean, it's not bad. And then combined with the meat, or the Gardein sauce, I'll say, instead of meat. It's very good. Now, I'm sure you saw me. I try to. I go through this very quickly.
Yeah, well, and you guys know John's more of a savory eater.
I am, so
he's eating butternut squash, but...
with a lot of soy sauce.
Bacon soy sauce.
Well, it's made from soy, so it's good.
I'll say this. John made the zucchini noodles once before. This is the second time I'm eating zucchini noodles. The last time he made them, they were still crunchy. Not entirely, but they were still a little bit hard. This time I think you might have overcooked them just a smidgen. And from my understanding, from what I've seen online, zucchini noodles are very finicky. If you guys have ever eaten zucchini noodles or cooked zucchini noodles, let us know what your tricks are, because I've read online, and I think we've found that to be true, that there's like a sweet spot for cooking zucchini noodles where they're just like perfect, almost like an avocado.
Right.
There's like 15 seconds in the life of an avocado that's perfect. Right. It's almost like zucchini noodles seem to have that same thing. Now, we have on here Rao's tomato basil marinara sauce, and then some Gardein ground round. I'm not sure if I said that already, but, and then I think you guys saw me at the beginning, I was putting on some Go Veggie vegan Parmesan. So I'll be honest, I don't know that I'd be able to eat these noodles tonight if it weren't for the ground round, because it's giving it a little bit of stiffness. The zucchini noodles are very, very soft tonight.
Very mushy.
So I think without the meat, or the meat, the quote unquote Gardein meat, I would have a problem eating them tonight.
Nikki did not.
Yeah, Nick, you had both. So I didn't try the butternut squash noodles, and John didn't have any zucchini noodles tonight because he's not a huge fan of zucchini. You'll eat it, but you're not a huge fan of zucchini. Nick's the only one who ate both noodles tonight. So Nick, what do you think of these two noodles? You were a little bit hesitant to get the orange ones. What do you think of them?
They're fine. They're fine with me.
They're fine with you? Which one did you like better, the green ones or the yellow ones?
The green.
You like the green ones?
The green.
Yeah?
All right. Can you give me a couple of nice sentences about your noodles?
They're good. They're fine. They're good. They're fine.
What do they taste like? Did you even taste the noodles, or do you just taste the sauce?
I only taste the soy sauce and
You just taste the sauce.
yep.
Mm-hmm.
So, today was the actual first day of school.
It was.
Yes.
I think this is posting, I think this video is posting on Labor Day.
Oh, cool.
So, Nick, we're filming this about a week and a half in advance, just because we've got some stuff we got to do next week. But we're filming this about a week and a half before it's going to post.
Right.
So, like I said, I think this is posting Labor Day. So if it is, happy Labor Day.
Woo!
We should have had burgers, but we didn't. Maybe on Labor Day we will eat burgers and film it for a future mukbang.
For the next week.
Um,
Which is tantalizingly.
Yeah. I usually like to have our mukbangs film at least a week in advance so that I have time to edit them. I really don't like editing them like the weekend before they post, because they are usually a longer video and our internet speeds are like so slow.
Ironically, it's not our download speed.
It's just our upload, yeah.
It's our upload speed.
Our upload speed is very, very poor. I mean, I can have, like our what I ate in a day are usually less than 5 minutes. They're usually somewhere between like 2 and 5 minutes, depending on who's filming them. Like I usually just film my final meal, or like if I'm eating yogurt, I'll film the yogurt before I eat it, because I mean it's an open container of yogurt versus a closed container of yogurt, you know. So sometimes I'll film like before I eat or before the meal's complete. Sometimes I'll film like you know, my dinner with all the sauce on it and something like this, you know. It just varies on how I end up filming my meal. I know John usually will film like the before and then the after. Sometimes it depends on the amount of time you have.
Right.
When you film it in the summer, you have more time, so you usually film like this is my before and then this is my after.
And sometimes I even cook.
Sometimes even shows us cooking. So John's what I eat in a days have a tendency to be a little bit longer than mine, because I literally just film the food I'm eating. But even those videos, where I was going with that, even those videos, like I said, 5 minutes or less in our upload speeds usually take like an hour, at minimum an hour to upload. So there's really no reason why it should be taking an hour to upload, because I can upload a 15-minute video and it take an hour and a half. So it's just very wonky. I don't know. And I've used different browsers and it's really weird. I don't know.
So if your internet slows down and you're in the central Pennsylvania area, it's because Jessica is sucking up all your bandwidth.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because of course.
But first day of school.
Yeah?
It's August.
Yes.
And John ran into a problem in his classroom.
Yeah. Unfortunately, one of my air conditioners broke. I have a fairly big class now, and it requires 2 floor-based air conditioner models that have a huge blower, and they pull air in and cool it and throw it through the air. Anyway, I think it was yesterday. I'm getting the classroom ready. I'm cleaning everything and making the signs and designing the plans and so on and so forth. And I hear this. I was like, what in the world? It's like you know, I'm friends with the janitor, so I'm like, did Harley drop something? Her janitor's name is Harley. So anyway, I run out of my my office and I look around and I'm like, no, I don't hear anybody walking. And I go sit back down. And this is in the morning, and I hear, you know, it's a couple hours later or a couple minutes later, and I hear, and I was like, what is that? Okay, somebody is, I really thought one of my aides was playing a trick on me, one of my old aides or one of my new aides was playing a trick, one of my coworkers.
Get down.
So I run out, and I'm like, okay, who is this? Nobody's there. To the other teachers that are walking by, I'm sure they're like, what in the heck? Or what is wrong with that guy? Anyway, I mean, he gets a new job and he's like lost his mind.
You're hearing things.
I was hearing things. Very, very important things. And finally then, it's in the afternoon and the heat is finally kicked up, like it's hot in the room. And I'm like, oh, wow. And I was actually out in the room getting some other stuff done. Which I was cleaning a table or something.
Because you have an office area that's kind of separate from the classroom.
I do have like almost like an office area separate from the classroom. And as soon as it just goes go 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 go, and it just dies. And it's like a clank. I don't even know how to do that. Anyway, I'm like, holy smokes, man. So I look out in the hall, and however fortuitous it was, the guy who's in charge of the HVAC for the district is walking outside my room. And I'm like, hey, come in here. This air conditioner just did go 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 go, or whatever sounds I just made. And very similar to what I just did. And he looks at me like, you've been alone in the room too long. And I said, okay, fine. I acknowledge his look, and I'm like, well, can you just take a look? And of course, he cracks this. Of course, nothing's ever easy when it comes to commercial buildings or anything else like that. So it's like 50 screws later and an Allen wrench, and he pulls this thing out, and he's like, yeah, your air conditioner's shot. I'm like, so what happened?
That's nice.
He's like, well, pretty much there's a rod, there's a rod that connects to the fan, and it has a little pin in it. Well, your little pin broke, and the inside of this thing was just beating the inside of the fan around, and it all fell apart. I said, well, that doesn't sound bad. Put another pin in it or something. Get another rod and just stick it in the
last
motor.
words. That doesn't sound bad.
Just stick it in the motor. Let's get it done. No. He's like, listen, man, we gotta order you a whole new motor. Okay, tomorrow's the first day of school and it's supposed to be hot. What do you suggest I do? And he doesn't have an answer. So I was like, okay, well, that's the back half of my class, and the front half of my class is where I do most of my instruction. That's my instructional area. I said, can you turn this air conditioner up so that the whole room, is covered, or we try to cover as much of the room by that front air conditioner as possible? For you, Mr. Thomas, we'll see what we can do. He's like, what do you want it set at? I was like, 70? He's like, I don't think I can do 70.
What? How much is it?
73.
Oh my gosh.
We're supposed to keep the classroom at 73. I had been
Drink your water.
sweating the day before, and my wife decided I needed an early anniversary gift. So she bought me a Dyson
Air conditioner.
fan that stands about this big. Right?
From the table.
From the table.
It's not
exactly
that big on the floor.
It's that's big.
It's like 4 feet.
This.
It's at least easily
3 feet. 4 feet. 3 feet.
And I'll be honest with you. Up until today, it has stayed in my office because my office is air conditioning. It's horrible. Maybe it's connected. I don't know. Who knows? Anyway, my students are all like, "Oh, Mr. Thomas, it's hot in here." I'm like, well, I only got one fan, so I'm gonna bring it out here and we'll hook it up. And of course, everybody was envious of the person that was closest to this family. Because, you know, it's just, it has an oscillating, and it's pretty good. So this is I guess my plug for Dyson. At least the Dyson fan I got for my anniversary. That is, and it pretty much, I don't want to say it saved the day, but it at least made it tolerable. Because I was as like a person, I was starting to get a little frazzled, and I'm the adult in the classroom, so. You know, when your hair starts, I don't know if you can see it, my hair's sort of stringy. Yeah, my hair's my hair's long, so it's gonna get a little stringy, but it's really stringy right now, and I can definitely tell that I've been sweating. Mm-hmm. So, I took a very simple answer and made it a very long one. I don't know if that's any good or not, but.
Well, Nick, how was your first day?
It was fine.
Yeah?
It was good.
Did you get to meet all your new teachers?
That sounds pretty rehearsed, kiddo.
Nick can be very chatty when he wants to be, but when he doesn't want to be, sometimes he can be not so chatty.
Yeah, getting like being bored.
He got to do a get to meet you
Dang.
exercise.
You did.
Yeah, in his reading teacher's classroom. They had you do what? What did you have to do?
Ask someone you can.
Ask somebody if they could whistle.
Have freckles.
Ask somebody if everybody come and talk to you? Did there other kids in your class have freckles? Okay. What else?
What questions did you ask anybody?
I already got help from a little teacher.
A little teacher.
No, a big teacher.
Big teacher. What was this teacher's name?
I don't know.
That's not good.
I don't know where to.
You should probably try to get to know the people that help you.
Yeah.
That would probably be a good idea.
And Nick packed lunch today. He didn't know we didn't have the lunch menu up, so we did actually get the lunch menu today. We printed out the lunch menu.
Oh, you did. Did he go over and put the smiley faces on and the?
He
smiley
actually
faces?
highlighted the days with my highlighter that I had. So he highlighted the days that he wanted to buy lunch.
There you go.
Nick packs lunch more than he buys lunch. Neil, when he was in school, was like a straight up buyer. He bought lunch every day. Very rarely ever packed lunch. In fact, I don't think he packed lunch after elementary school. No. I think once he was in middle school, he bought lunch like every day. Because he would just, if he didn't like the main meal, okay, come here. If he didn't like the main meal, he would just do like an a la carte, like get a sandwich or something. Thank you.
I don't know why you did that.
So yeah, that's what Neil would do. But Nick is very selective in what he buys and what he doesn't buy.
He's still very,
so,
very particular.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
But I will say this, since we've started Omnis Vegan, Nicholas has expanded the amounts and types of food that he eats tremendously.
Yes, his palate has increased.
Yeah.
Threefold.
Yeah.
So like I'm so proud of him that he ate both sets of noodles, even though it took a little extra Violife cheese. I don't know many, and some more sauce.
This Rayo sauce is really good.
Yeah,
a very expensive sauce.
Yeah.
But it's very tasty.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I mean, you could probably put Rayos on bread. You know, and eat that.
And make it taste good.
It would be alright.
Yeah.
It'd be alright. Now I know that's close to pizza, but if you just put that sauce on even like old bread that you wouldn't normally want to eat, I think you could get it down.
Okay.
So that's how much of a fan I am of the Rayos sauce.
Okay.
So.
Good. Well, I think that's about it. I mean, even though it was the first day of work, actually, I will share a little bit with you. Yeah, first day of school. What I was going to say is my first day of working from home all by myself.
Oh boy.
So even over the summer, like when I worked from home, I know I told you guys that I moved to a new department in my company, which allows me to work from home 4 days a week. I do have to go to the office at least one day, sometimes more, but at least one day a week I have to be in the office. So over the summer I did work from home, and these guys would go to like Hershey Park or because we live about 45 minutes from Hershey Park. They would go to Hershey Park, or they would go to the pool, or they would go bowling, or different things. So I would have a couple of hours. But this is the first day that I really had like the entire day. John left for school at 6:15, 6:30 this morning. Neil had actually worked during the day today, which he normally doesn't work during the day, but today he did. He had an extra shift today that he worked. So So he left for work before Nick left for school, and then Nick got on the bus at 8:30. So I was home alone with our dogs from 8:30 until just about 4 o'clock. You got home about 3:45-ish.
Oh, you got home before you beat me.
So yeah, Nick beat John home. So for a good chunk of the day, I was home by myself, and you know, the most noise I heard was when the dogs were barking at the window because someone was walking near the house. Like, no one will get in our house without me knowing it because we have 2 alarms.
And they go off.
And they go off, and they can be pretty nasty too.
Yeah, they sound a lot. Listen to them. They sound horrible. They'll eat you alive.
Buttercup especially. Wednesday's not a big fan of strangers, but Buttercup really doesn't like strangers.
No.
At all.
At all. So if we invite someone over to the house, we do have to warn them as well as make sure we keep an eye on Buttercup. She's never bit anybody or anything like that. She's not aggressive in that way, but just in the behavior that she does exude, barking a lot.
She's very threatening.
Making sure that you're where she wants you to be.
Yeah, she expects you to sit down and stay seated.
Yeah.
In the spot where you sat down. So if you get up and move, or you go get a drink, or
she'll follow you and bark at you.
She's gonna follow you and bark at you, so that you know her idea is that she's gonna herd you back
to where you're supposed to be.
Where you're supposed to be.
But I believe that if someone was here and menacing us in some way, I think she could definitely protect us. I think Wednesday would try.
No.
I think she'd try, but being only 9 pounds, she's not.
No.
She's not too.
She's not flying at anybody, mouth agape.
Yeah.
You know.
Anyhow, we hope you enjoyed this video. We hope if you have someone in school or you're going to school yourself, Neil actually doesn't start school.
college.
We're going to college. Neil doesn't start school until Monday. We're filming this at the end of the week. He starts in a couple of days, so he hasn't started school yet. But anyhow, we do hope you enjoyed this video, and we hope that your loved ones are enjoying their back to school time. If you haven't already and you would like to be, please hit that red subscribe button, and don't forget to hit the little bell to notify you when we do upload new videos. And if you have any comments, leave those in the comment section down below. Have you ever eaten butternut squash or zucchini noodles, and what are your thoughts on them? Do you like them? Do you not like them?
Is there a trick to cooking them?
Is there a trick to cooking them? We really need to know that. So, anyway, we hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you on the next Omnis Vegan. Bye.
Peace.